What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Glad to have you back on the channel, and I'm glad to be back on the channel after taking a little break. But today, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I refuse to do anymore. You know, just for overall health and for my mental. So let's get into it. Number one, DoorDash. I talked about this on the last video, but any food delivery service, okay? There, when I was going through a little tough time, I was super into just getting my food delivered and cutting the whole social aspect out of doing it, or even like going out and getting food was just, I had no energy to do it. So I've totally deleted all of those apps. I don't do that anymore, and I suggest you to do the same, because it's just unhealthy, man. It's super unhealthy. We never were designed to live like this, okay? You can't complain about society or anyone messing up the social aspect of life in 2026 when you're ordering DoorDash and you're falling into these traps that they set. That really just contribute to our downfall as a whole, especially men. Like, you can't just hide away in your place. You know, you got to get out. And one main thing you have to do to get out, you're required to eat, right? So you have to go to the store, you have to go to the restaurant if you're gonna eat out. You have to do things like that, and this is where you meet people. This is how people recognize your face, and they get to know you as a person around your town. So DoorDash, super dangerous. That'd be number one to get rid of if you're into that. And yeah, delete all the apps. Go cold turkey. Start meal prepping and making food for the whole week, so you don't have to question or possibly not have energy, and then you just fall into that trap of ordering food. So meal prep, make it nutritious. I've really just been going ground turkey and sweet potatoes for a little while now, but you can do whatever you want. I used to make like tacos, little burritos. Many great meal prep Instagrams and YouTube pages. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, it's not 2012 anymore. There's great recipes that you can meal prep and taste just as good or better than DoorDash or anything you can order. So I would start there and see how it works out for you. You know, get out there, be social, and stop ordering your food, man. Number two, this is a big one. This is something we're going to be dealing with for a long time, you know, and I don't think it'll ever go away. But that is ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you're using. I know in my job they're using it a lot now, and the whole world really is using it. But I gotta say, this is super dangerous because it takes out your critical thinking and your creativity. And as a man, what are you without those two? You know what I mean? How would our nation have been built, I feel like, without creative minds and critical thinkers? Think of that. And ChatGPT just takes all of that out for you. And if I'm being real, as a previous user of ChatGPT, for like little day-to-day problems and fitness stuff, it does nothing but tell you yes. So I used to run little like experiments with it, and I would say some bogus stuff, like just some stuff that made no sense, that was an obvious no, and it would tell me yes. I mean, you could say the craziest thing. You could be like, should I I'm not going to give any examples because they're all like super extreme, and I don't want YouTube to flag me, but should I do something crazy? And it would just tell you yes, and it'd give you reasons why you should do that. And I'm like, what the I'm like, this makes no sense. So it's dangerous in that way. It's definitely dangerous in that way. I think in society and in life, as we go on, it's going to reveal itself to be even more dangerous. And not to mention the data centers and all of that. Like, I haven't done too much research into it, but I have a couple friends that really are into that whole thing, and they tell me stuff about it every now and then. And man, that sounds horrible. It sounds terrible. It sounds like something we should not be using as a human race. But nonetheless, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Delete it off your phone. Start reading and start getting your intelligence up instead of letting a robot do it for you. Okay? There's no way that's sustainable. There's no way that's sustainable. So that's number 2. Get rid of ChatGPT and any AI engine that you're using, okay, or platform. Number 3, this is off the topic of the last 2 really, but clubbing. Okay, going out and clubbing, unless it's a celebration, which is kind of even rare for me nowadays. I cut out clubbing altogether out of my life because I found the next days were just excruciating, right? Like, you'd feel so bad that next day after you go clubbing. Not to mention that it's just a very, I don't know, for me, like an awkward experience. You meet girls, but then these girls, like, you're not going to meet your wife at a club, right? And like, there's nothing beneficial that comes from anything that happens at a club. You know, you get super hammered, you meet some girls, but these girls are not, like, they don't respect themselves, and they're not something you even want to deal with after that drunken night. And not to mention the money spent. Clubbing is a no-go, man. You gotta stop clubbing. You gotta find things and hobbies to do that don't involve negative outcomes. You know what I'm saying? And if you can give me positives in the comments, go ahead and do that of clubbing. But man, for me, it's just not it. And I think a lot of guys use clubbing to escape a lot of their problems, and you know, nowadays, being out and being social is rare because of all the things that have been put in place to keep us, like, trapped and just consuming content and whatnot, consuming whatever that may be, DoorDash, Instagram, you name it. So I feel like a lot of guys feel like clubbing is the answer to that. But truly, I think that is just, a psyop. Clubbing is not the way to go. Cut it out of your life. You'll see a major change. Lately, I've been cycling a lot. I've been swimming and cycling a lot. Lifting every now and then, but really just like getting my cardio up, and swimming and cycling have been my 2 main ways besides running. And dude, I'll tell you right now, I'd rather go on a nice bike ride around the town than to go clubbing and spend all my money and meet trashy girls and just do degenerate shit, man. So that's something to think on. Which also leads me into my 4th one. Letting others waste my time. This is a big one. This goes into clubbing and stuff, because you might have friends or whatnot that want to go clubbing or do any sort of things like that, go to parties and whatnot. And let me back up a little bit. While you're young, I know, I can't remember the guy's name. Oh man, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about how clubbing and drinking with your buddies is like is a plus nowadays. Like, you really should do that stuff. And I think there's a balance between that you need to find. I have no problem with like a campfire and like drinking with your boys and just hanging out that way, or even like a house party, especially while you're young. But if you're getting to like late 20s, mid 20s, I mean, even like depending on how ambitious you are, early 20s, like, that's not going to get you anywhere. You know what I mean? To relax, I get it. Have a couple drinks with your boys. You never want to neglect that. I'm not going to lie. I never turn down, I mean, I wouldn't say never, but a lot of times I never turn down having some brews with the boys, like, it's very hard to turn that down. But as far as clubbing goes and like that whole scene, like the nightlife scene, nah, man, you got to cut that out. But you got to learn how to say no as well to when friends invite you out to things like that. If you've got something that's more pressing, as far as like something that'll help you work towards your goals, whether that be like fitness or you know, college or whatever you're into, do not be afraid to say no. Okay, their night's gonna go on and they're not gonna give a crap about you. Okay, what's important for you as a man, and especially if you've got goals and stuff, you need to be focused on those goals and achieving them. And it's a very black and white thing. Will this help me get to my goals or will this not? And from there, I mean, the path is revealed. Okay, I won't say that you always have to be like this. You can go out every now and then and do your thing, but just realize what that's doing. That's only hindering your ability to reach your goals. So just be aware of that, man. Those are 4 things I personally got rid of in my life, and I hope you guys can find this video useful, and I hope this can help you get closer to reaching your goals and whatnot, and try to break out this cycle that they've created for us, and level up. Really, that's what it comes down to, is leveling up in 2026, where there's so many distractions and ways to get off of the track that leads you to leveling up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments some things that you're doing to stay focused and disciplined, and let me know if I missed anything. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day. Peace.